So it is to the printing press, to the recorder of man's deeds, the keeper of his conscience, the courier of his news, that we look for strength and assistance. Without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive.
All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for Sunday, April 19th, 2020. 419. 419. Do you have a minute? The old joke. This is the eve of quite a few things happening. I think I did a video a year ago, maybe it was 2 years ago, on the very topic of this date, 420, tomorrow. Lots of historical things have happened on that date, and I encourage you to look it up yourself. Just write on Google or DuckDuckGo like I use. Complete and total. They don't collect all the stuff on you like the typical other big name browsers do. So anyway, again, I welcome all the Patriots here to the Patriot Hour this evening. We got the Oath of Three, minus Woodman. He's just having some technical. We are all having technical difficulties. It's mostly the internet. A lot of users, a lot of people we know. Everyone is kind of, stuck at home on your property, your family's houses. Some states are starting to reopen back up. Some never did. But again, I want to encourage everyone to follow along with us. And again, never take our word to be 100% word, 100% truth. Listen to everybody you want. Watch everything you can. Subscribe to all the channels you like. Listen to it all. Don't believe a lick of it, none of it, until you can verify it. All right, without any further ado, let's introduce the panel. Fellas, welcome to the Patriot Hour this evening.
Good to be here.
How's it going, gentlemen?
How is it going, brother? What is going on?
We're getting messed with again.
Looks like you moved locations or something. I don't know what happened.
Since beforehand. There we go.
Final test spots, and then he
What's the final test spot? All right.
Oh,
same area as before.
So we got who claims no evidence antibodies will stop the COVID, the reinfections. Again, we're just reading a little headline here from Big League Politics. It's up on the screen over there. We'll show you guys. So let's look at a few of these here, fellas, real quick.
Just see the who.
A couple of these headliners. So what? The WHO claims no evidence of antibodies will stop the COVID reinfections, pushes for widespread vaccination campaign. Now, I believe that's what Gatesy, little Gatesy's wanting, isn't he? I don't mind Benny just sipping on a little bit of his
my tea and my little bit of my mason jar, my little ball mason jar for all you Cannon and moonshine whiskey drinking folk.
So what's the T? Really, I think it's when I've been over there, you have it labeled T, like T.E.A. So it's like Tennessee ethanol.
Well, it's an
abstract
for the
or something.
It's really tea, methanol, and acetylenic blended together for a good. Can't drink it too fast, makes you go blind.
Patriots out there.
Nah, it's just good old sun tea. Lately, been able to make it outside because it's springtime coming up here, so
heck yeah,
it's going to be a real nice.
Good.
How you doing down there in Florida? The kids are all swimming today. Hey, Greg.
Yeah, I had to help them with the pool a little bit ago. We put a new filter on, but really nice weather down here. It's about 88 degrees.
Nice. So what was up with the line? You were in line earlier. That was just to get a filter at the pool store.
That was to get sand.
Okay. So now is
Yeah,
Florida's opened up their beaches. Tell us a little bit real quick. Give us a We're just gonna kind of do a free flow Sunday. We wanted to get with you guys. It's been busy weekends for all of us, but we are back. We'll be back tomorrow, probably mid afternoon. Well, maybe we'll pull one off in the morning. We'll see. We'll see. Things have changed on my schedule as far as just a little extra time with family. So it'll tomorrow around noon. I should be back to, so Tuesday morning we could definitely resume our Tuesday show. As far as everyone's schedule is getting back. But anyway, take a minute here, Greg, and tell us who you are, why you're here, and then other than that, we'll go to Ben, and then I want to get back to you on Florida opening back up. I know the beaches did, but go ahead.
Yeah. So you guys know me. I'm a Navy and an Army vet. Served on the USS Roosevelt, the Enterprise, 2 aircraft carriers, deployed to the Gulf with the Navy twice. Deployed to the Iraqi desert, Camp Taji in Baghdad, Iraq, with the Army. Now I'm just retired and enjoying my time, being free with my family, able to do some research and try to help educate people that aren't awake.
Heck yeah, brother. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here, man.
All right. Trying to get this ticker going for us here. Sometimes I just get into the chatting the whole time and looking and reading things and forget all that I'm actually doing something. So
engineer on the phone.
Got to do stuff or it doesn't happen. So anyway, Ben, what's your story? Who are you and why are you here?
No, I was prior Army. Got out by 07, met Mike in 08, 09, doing computer classes. It was pretty crazy. First hooked up and had the same mind, way of thinking things. And he started the channel about 3 years ago. And it's been a pretty wild ride. And I'm here to, like I always say, hang on, hang out with you guys, and just get my wig split on some crazy stuff and connect dots with you guys. It's pretty cool. And I feel pretty blessed to be here.
All right. Glad to have you here. All right, I'm trying to work on the ticker here because I messed it all up. It's
it looks good though. Hey, work. We'll smooth it out.
I'm gonna do my best here just to take a gander. Woodman's in there.
What up, Woodman?
What up? I hope your machine is working, grooving and moving. What
Woodman's got his own theme song.
All right, so I want to go to this and I want to take that down in size. How about that? Does that do it? Not there. This one.
I'm trying to look down from the camera here so I can see it looking good.
All right, we'll see. All right, give me a minute here, folks. I think that is...
There you go.
Well, it's still off tilter. Okay, it's right here.
off.
It's right here. It's right here. Yeah. That's it. I figured it out. Nope, not that one.
There you go.
Yeah. Right there, right?
Yep.
Okay. So now...
Can I get in there? Oh, loving you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. All you guys being here, our mods. You guys are off and down. I don't know, Greg. Are you? What?
I can't remember the code word, but
I don't know your personal code word you have for whoever, but I know that. I don't know, Greg. Are you and your family going to be coming down our neck of the woods come this 18th and 15th?
Why, yes, Ben, we are. Can't wait for the Patriot Fest.
Mm-hmm.
JT Wild will be there. What is it, August 14th and 15th?
okay, finally got it, you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
It's a free way for all the Patriots to get together and watch a flag retirement ceremony the way it's supposed to be done. Bring all your old flags, and give back to our nation a little bit, man.
Where's
Enjoy each
Grilling?
other. What did he say?
I knew you'd have a
that's
good one. There's a good one. Steroids a little hard on you, Ben.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah.
code
What
word.
was
I
that?
said
Imitate
code
me
word.
in my deep voice?
Yeah.
I
Steroids.
just can't help it.
The code word is ice cream. All right. The word of today, folks, is
So like
there. Yes.
singing the
yes.
blues. I'm telling you guys, I got the drivers. I'm gonna try it. I may have to do the restart and come on in.
Oh man, that was
It's for
great.
you guys. Hey, steroid abuse. Make my
It's like you don't have to like shoot up right on during the show, bro. You know.
Are we ever going to get anything done?
I was dying one off and it hit me in the lungs real hard.
Right on, Melvin.
Oh.
God bless and pass the ammo.
We're just having folks. This is like technical stuff. It's not really Ben's
All
fault.
day.
It's,
Hey, no, I've been having this one other time. I think it's a driver issue. So next time after the show's done, I'm gonna try to stop hitting the black tar heroin so much and
the roid rage.
drivers in.
So meet the new Mexican gang leader confronting the Los Zetas cartel.
Ooh.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about that? You were in the areas, Ben, where they crossed a little bit more out in Arizona, and I think
Yes, I did a little stomping up there. I'm
not
actually
that you
originally from
used to
Arizona.
roll with them or anything.
Start with the
I know you
Mac-
used to start a little of the heroin and
Maybe a low gun, baby. I can't get most of this. Yes. All of our southern states experience probably a higher percent ratage of illegals coming across the border, and northern too. We've got some crazy Canucks come over for our health care.
So you get a little bit more residual of the drug and
Like cocaine.
cocaine and some of the
You guys, see, we gotta laugh at times like this. You guys, all you guys with us today. We were doing this a lot earlier. This is why I told you it's just going to be kind of a free for all. We're having technical difficulties. I sound like I'm on steroids and black tar.
You're good now. You are. All right. So President Trump tweeted, if Sleepy Joe Biden wins, China will own the United States.
We already know he's sold out big time.
Or did he tweet that, or did he say it?
He doesn't even want to run. That's part of his, rituals and oaths, allegedly.
Yeah, we were saying like allegedly, in other news, Biden. Let me do it properly, folks. I'm laughing so hard. In other news, Joe Biden allegedly, he allegedly did not want to run. He didn't want. You're not gonna put me through this shit show. Oh yeah, Joe, you're the one. He's, I'll ruin it. And he's like, no, you can't. At this point, there is no ruining it, no matter what. And that's what we got to witness.
Yeah.
No,
He's a reluctant candidate. He was blackmailed all the way up in front of him. That's why he just said, all right, you guys, I don't care. I'm going to start breathing on everybody. I'm going to start touching everybody. I'm going to start acting real crazy. Oh, Joe, you can act cray. It's okay. Well, it's all right.
You want to ruin the Biden name. That guy doesn't know where he's at. You know what I'm saying? It's like there was a lot more spunkier candidates for sure. I don't agree with any of the Democrats, right? I don't agree with any of them. I don't really agree with any Republicans hardly on anything, but I would say there was more qualified people than Biden. Let's talk about that. Would you agree, Fluid Pour?
There are plenty more qualified than Biden. I'm not going to pick any names, but you can go to a kindergarten class and find more.
But what I mean,
But
what would you mean?
seriously.
What would you mean by more qualified? Just out of the people we had, let's just go off the. What did they have? 25, 27 quarters in the slot machine or something. I mean, what are they?
Something like that on the till go
I know a
round.
slot machine can only hold so many coins, but they had like
Yeah, I
26
think
or 27 in there.
the main candidates when it was all with Bernie and the mayor or whatever.
Well, I mean, Tulsi Gabbard was looking a little bit more trustworthy, but then she threw up that triangle, and
You saw
that
that
kind of threw
picture I
me
put.
off. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't. Nobody that is part of that organization deserves to
Ain't she
be
ex
leading the
CIA?
country.
Wasn't she ex CIA? Or was that
I I don't
no,
know if she
that's
was
the one from
ex-CIA, but
Michigan.
she
That's the one from Michigan.
was that
I
the
think.
Klobuchar.
I think the governor, that lady.
We
That's why she,
allegedly, this is our
allegedly
presumption
C
of
underscore
the
A.
evidence that we have found. Our clown agencies was in operation and
Only
Operation
time
UK.
you're gonna use those credentials, I'm gonna delete you, is if you're talking against it, and you know, it's like some of these other people like coming out. You know, there's lots like that. Well, that documentary Out of the Shadows, that guy, he's ex CIA, but now he's like on the international judiciary judge for the tribunals for child crimes, and he's doing like really good things.
Was that Kevin
That's
Chip?
the only way. Yes, that's like yeah.
Kevin
I'm gonna
Chip.
throw his name out there, Kevin Ship. Great, you know he's, you know,
Yeah, there's many people that have a greater patriotism for this nation and what it stands for that wear that Democrat label. Look at the guy from Georgia, the one that just stepped out and put his career on the line to back up President Trump.
yeah.
Can't
What was
remember
his?
his name. I can't remember his name.
But he knows who he is.
Yes. There's Grilling coming through with the
Nice
Patriot
Patriot
Fest.
Love. Thank you, Grillin.
Oh, sometimes you remind us, brother. Yes, you do. I'm trying to work on the font size here, and I forget sometimes you have to refresh the dang thing. So let me just try that real quick here.
No, you're doing great. No, it's interesting. Even in the state where I live at, Michigan, you know, our governor, like we've talked about before, it's a hot state. Things are going. It's getting weird. Now, I live in a small town in the backwoods, so it's not. I don't live in Detroit. I don't live like in Lansing and some of these greater areas that are a little ways away from me. But the bottom line is the spring comes, summer is coming. It's really upon us. Everybody wants to get out. We're all kind of at some point in time, even at a basic level, we're thinking to ourselves that this is not normal. People are getting better. Nobody that I know is really dying, and even those in the healthcare field, they're seeing sick people, but it's kind of the normal everyday thing. This is the time of year now they're getting allergies, so it's allergy season kicking up. So it's very interesting how it's going to be turning out, and I know that a lot of patriots are not going to stand for it, and they're only going to take so much before they actually start exercising their rights, before we come out in such numbers that there's no way that then what like 16 sheriff deputies going to go against 5,000 people. It's not going to happen, especially when it's peaceful.
Not if they're an oath keeper.
Yeah,
Not if they're people. And
Yeah.
so that's
Right
what
there.
we
We
always tell
swore an
people.
oath, and we meant it when
the
we swore
biggest
that oath.
the biggest armed thing, you know, out there is the American, you know, population that
And,
and if you believe in God, country, and oath and Constitution, and you know, we don't promote nothing. I'm just saying that's, you know, that's why I don't believe in like the whole, you know, some people like people that don't believe, maybe you don't believe in anything's happening, but you know, some are like, nobody's getting arrested on the bad side. Like Trump's been really talking about these treasonous people that tried to overthrow his presidency, and there's a very small fraction of people that are following that story. But some are like, ain't nobody gonna get arrested. But then they try to sell you the story that we're gonna get arrested. Well, I don't think that's even feasible, you know, based off of how they do it logistically, you know, door to door,
It's not good.
15, 20 people, to go get one guy, and then the neighbor sees that, and they just kind of sit around and wait for the paddy wagon to beep, 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 back out of your house, and after they
And
watch all that
90%.
transpire.
Yeah, I mean, 90% of active duty, retired military individuals know for a fact that your normal people are in the military. Sons, daughters, fathers, mothers. They're not going to be going from door to door because they believe what you believe. A lot of them, that's why they're serving in their military, because they want to do something honorable. Yes, there's some benefits to it. They don't get paid very much. I mean, we all know we didn't do it for the pay.
Especially the National Guard. We know those guys are like, those are your people from the ones that work at the mechanics and they do these, they're from your community. The firefighters, the police officers, a lot of times they're in the National Guard,
and if
teachers,
and
but
if
there's people from all walks
of
life, doctors.
Yes.
Exactly. You have people from all walks of life, so you're going to have the good and the bad mixed in that guard. Even though they took that oath, it might just been, words on paper to some of them. So we have to urge them to look up and figure out what those words of that oath really mean. Because you got to check yourself. If you are going to go against the American people, you better check yourself.
Oh yeah, no, this is a whole different idea, because when it's one thing when you're over in a distant desert, or you're in a distant, rocky terrained area, and you're a private, maybe, private first class, and you got this, staff sergeant coming at you, rah, 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 move, go, and they're shooting. You're like, you get a little shell shocked. When you're back home, and you're a good old boy from Tennessee, and you're now roped up with the National Guard, and you're now patrolling maybe the railroads out of Tennessee so the coal can flow well from the power companies back to that. Your mission is to protect the coal line, hypothetically, right? Yeah. And they're not going to be, people who are homeless on the coal line. They're not going to be killing people and going crazy like warfare, because, like you guys said, it is people from our neighborhoods and here. And we do remind them every day by people out here in Michigan protesting out Lansing, and doing what Mike's doing here with Greg and myself, letting you guys know if you don't exercise it, it's what we in the military call use it or lose it.
That's right.
It's perishable.
There we go. Getting up there a little bit in size, looking good. Mr. Cheeks, Biden is never going to be on a debate stage with Trump. You heard it here first. Okay. Maybe so.
I think Q had said that about a week ago.
Yeah, I don't know,
But I don't know. Hey, but we agree with you 100% on that one, because it's like there's no way anybody wants to get in front of Trump on the Democrat.
Yeah, everybody kind of wants to jump up there and be on stage with him, folks. Think about that.
That's why they're trying to. That's why they're trying to cry for the wall now, because they've got nothing else, so they have to go on his accomplishments and try to claim them as their own. I agree.
Yeah, no, that's.
Mm-hmm. Boom.
Well, and how else do you argue?
AMTV, that guy's back, and he's predicting fake alien invasion now. Didn't he just
by 1:30 tomorrow or Sunday or something?
John Doolittle. John Doolittle.
Don't get banned there, guy. You might have to get banned for life. Look,
he put AMTV. Do you remember that channel, AMTV? Or the other? I remember that channel. That guy has like 600,000 or 700,000. He's got glasses, and he used to stand in just a dark room and talk about like things like that, like fake.
Yes, real fear for it's like, look. People.
I thought that guy all of a sudden for the last couple months just jumped on to talking about gold and silver and driving. He'd be driving and just talking about stocks and stuff. That's all he was on. And now this guy said he just went back to, I don't know. So I don't know.
No, dude, I'm on his website, AMTV. Hard hitting and in your face is his.
Back to that now? Statement. Is he back to
I'm on his website right here. But he's on things can't talk about, what comes next in America, 3 things, Rude Awakening. This is the unpredicted world event that happened today. Christopher Green reports on the corona and Lyme virus. I added a line, by the way, because it's always better with
Are
Corona.
you?
Corona.
You're talking about another YouTuber that has kind of gone from side to side, bouncing back and forth.
It's the same guy.
No, we don't.
It seems like he delves more in being the negativity and fear porn, like it's all happening and they're giving you dates. And I think it's the hidden truth. It's like it's things. So if we talk about Mike and I talk about something simple as 1871, for a lot of people that it doesn't mean anything. But if you really delve into it, it's pretty mind blowing. But I don't say it's like, oh my gosh, bro, they're their own country. They've been operating. That's been happening for 100 more than 150 years. So understanding the game we're living in and understanding the game that's being played and the rules applied have changed. We've come in halfway in the game. Money's all gone. Monopoly's all bought up. Park Fifth Avenue's all swooped up. Now it's about who controls what country. It's no fun.
Yeah.
With that funny money.
Well, I used to follow a guy, Richie from Boston, and he's way off on that fear porn, man. And I feel bad for people like that. Yeah, I feel bad for people like that because they just are so scared that they refuse that there could be hope in this movement.
Well, no. I just say the ones, I don't have any names in particular, but ones that are saying that this and that's going to happen. They're, maybe they are of some guilt. I don't know. When somebody says we're all going to get arrested, maybe they're just really saying I'm going to get arrested. I've done bad things. They're coming for me. I don't know. I mean, otherwise they should be gone here soon.
I think it's a cry for help. That's what you're talking about. I mean, if they're coming,
they don't have an answer. They didn't never come to a solution.
Who knows? Are they in their mom's basement and they're telling, who knows?
Yeah, I think those are those people that we're gonna have to be here to lift them up and to edify them, and to say it's okay. You weren't awake, you didn't know, but now we're here to help you get through the rest of this, the aftermath, if you will.
Well, also think about this too, brothers. It's like there are a lot of people who are like, going, ooh, the apocalypse is upon us. Yes, I can use all of my awesome rations and my guns. All right, boys, get your gas mask on. It's coming down.
I didn't buy this stuff for nothing.
There are some, what did I hear the term? It was like apocalypse Super Bowlers, if you will. And so it's almost like if you go down and if you stay in an eddy the whole entire time, you can live your life in the eddy, and then whatever you think is around you is it's a bit narcissistic.
Yeah, if you stop in the eddy and you swim in the eddy too long and you don't move forward, because it's a big plate. There's a lot to it, and if evil's able to plan and thrive, I mean, here's the whole thing. Like I said, we've been listening to these truthers. When I first even got into this 20 years ago, we had to listen to that. They were coming. There's going to be a new world order. The one world money, one world system, one world government, one religion, all that stuff. I bought into it. And then it was like, we're going to go to gold, or it should be this, or here's a new thing. It's going to look like this. I mean, there's been that. They're going to collapse the the world economic system. Holy crap, I mean, geesh. And they're coming to get all the good people that did nothing wrong, but maybe, made some channels, read the wrong shit, dang, you can get killed for reading the wrong stuff. Yeah. And then if you tell the wrong people about it, I mean, geez, is that not conspiratorial? Where's your proof, man? And it's like, well, there's been people that wound up dead. I don't deny that. So
and why is it okay for the bad guy to always have a plan, but the good guys can't?
That's the whole thing. Because there's nobody that is smart and that is in the movement or plans, or there's no patriots alive, or I don't believe there's any patriots high up into the government that plan. Possibly, I don't know.
Then they need to open their eyes.
I agree with you guys. What's different about here is we're not preaching anything new and miraculous. What we're preaching is as old as when God created this earth. It's called truth, not lying. It's called truth. It's what it is. If you don't think about what's happening around you, the problem is you get a lot of these people who they dwell on things that are not positive, and they think themselves, this is the end. I mean, Mike and I, it's like, there's people who've seen some crazy things in this world, in the battlefield, off the battlefield, and then you just look at our history, and to think that is this worse than all these crazy World War II? Wasn't the war to end all wars? Didn't they tell us how about the Great War?
Well,
all these things.
And if you've prepped, and if you think that the one thing that's going to happen, like what we talk about, some of these other channels, I guess I haven't, folks like others people, don't send me other YouTube channel, listen to that stuff. I keep an eye on lots of things, but I don't really have anything particular in mind when I say this. But I would say, put it this way, now people are wanting to just get back to where we were before this coronavirus, almost like that's their normal.
Make it go away.
We know that wasn't normal. I don't want to go back to that. It's like, well, people were working, things were decent. So now I know the numbers of all countries and all the numbers of kids, and you can call that enslavement or trafficked, or all that. That's not normal. So whatever we've had here, or what you've created your little world in your little town across any town USA, you can say that's normal. It was a form. That's what they've definitely wanted us to think. This is normal, but it's not, and it wasn't. So yeah, I think that one way or another, there is some kind of something going to happen, and they think it's not anyone that really did crimes getting arrested. It's going to be us. That's hugely conspiratorial to me at this point, because of what we've dug into, what we've known. And I would say, yeah, there are patriots high level that do plan, and I think there is a huge plan, and I think we've been part of it. So I can disagree. That's what the funny thing is. It's funny. It is real funny, actually.
Well, we're not the only place you can come for this information as well. That's the difference. Is not some, like, we remember when WikiLeaks came out and Comey was on the news, and it's like, now if you read them on your own, it's illegal. But if we read them, it's the news, and it's okay. You can come here and we'll tell you all about them. But if you read them, it's illegal. And see, we don't say that about us. It's like, what we talk about all from the very beginning, we like to connect the dots, and we're all along for the ride together.
Did you read that too?
I'm sorry, man.
I read that. No, it's not your
I
voice,
live in my
right?
mama's basement, so stop it.
Stop stereotyping. It just came floating when you were talking perfectly. It just came floating up all slow. I read it too. I was like, well, that's pretty good.
I lost it.
No, everyone's right to their opinions, folks. But all I'm saying is, it's a shame that you missed out. And it's the same. People are like, there ain't going to be any arrest. So, or name some that, most people, like we've said, there's been people that are completely asleep. They get into either our channel or other similar ones, and they're like, wow, this is awesome. I'm part of the movement. 2 weeks go by, and they're like, I'm exhausted and bored waiting. There ain't going to be no arrest. Well, the other narrative on the other side is that they're coming to arrest you. There ain't been none of that. So I would say you can't really go back over to the old New World Order system, because they're always pushing that. When that doesn't happen, because all the channels that push that, they're still here, and they're going to be, and every day they just come up with something new. They're coming today, and they don't. And then the next day, they're coming today, and then they don't. And they're coming today, and then they don't. So what in the hell is the difference?
They come for people like Tom
and I'm not going to
Hanks.
go for the rest of my life saying they're coming for me. I'm going to go for the rest of my life saying they're going for you. So that's where I've decided to stand. I believe Trump. Otherwise, Trump's full of BS. He's even said it. They treasoned me. This is high treason. They spied on my campaign. They did everything we know about. Why has nobody been arrested? I don't give a shit. I just know that it's true, and I think arrests come last. I think they really, really gotta. I think the bigger thing is there is people all around the world that are awake to this. Isn't that bigger that we're gonna have a generation of kids or mid-age adults kind of grow up to know the scams of a lot of people? Wasn't that the bigger picture, that these people won't be able to walk down the streets maybe by the end of everything.
I mean, we said if nothing happened, nobody got arrested. How many people have talked about pedophile rings or this thing Pizzagate, or how many people have just looked at the missing children numbers or started wondering why actors and people were getting into Luciferianistic type rituals and the things they would say on TV, and how really crazy our Hollywood and our media has gotten, and nobody's questioning it. And they've gently lulled us to sleep. And it's to a point now to where everybody's talking about it. Everybody's heard about Epstein. The whole world has heard about Epstein. And like, oh, well, isn't Bill Gates related? Or what, didn't he do something with Epstein? He's like, yeah, they were good friends. Like, oh my gosh. So like
nothing happened to Epstein. I was like, well, his name came out. He actually got put into jail and he died. He died. It's like, didn't most people want him? He should die. I don't know if people said it like that. I guess they wanted the justice part of it. But in the end result, people probably wanted him to die. Well, he didn't die. Maybe he didn't. I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying it's
I don't
like
think
the illusion.
He killed himself.
We haven't heard from him since. I don't know if he's back. He's back at his island. Operations are up. It's business as usual. I don't know. I don't have any proof of that.
One can only hope.
I've seen the drone footage over there. I didn't see him. I don't know.
I wasn't the drone guy. I can say if you live off of negativity, you get sick more. And those who live off of hope and look for the future, prepare, and pretty much statistically speaking, you have more victory because you prepare.
Oh, yeah. And like you said, to be proof that you can do both, like Ben, myself, I know for a fact we were on the New World Order kick, the investigations, the stockade of lead and water and food, the rationing, the FIFO, first in, first out, that still all existed then. And it rotated into where I live now. It's just I'm on this other storyline that we picked up on. That's great. That is really, we're really seeing some activity as far as like, yeah, blah, blah. As far as people wanting to be gratified with result of like, show me some arrest, then I will stick around longer. It's like you've delved into your own fantasy. When did you ever, like, the New World Order one, I guess, was even more skeptical because people would come up with things and then things wouldn't happen. Certain dates, nothing. Certain technology, no. We're still waiting to get implanted as well and chipped. It's coming. Well, that's been one for how long, Ben? Have you heard about the in-chipping, planting, and,
Some people theorize, and I don't agree with them, but they theorize that the chip is the mark of the beast and it's coming. And how about the third temple built in Jerusalem? And after 48, they became a nation officially. It's like, oh my gosh, it's coming in.
So there's a lot of things that have been spun, maybe, or
well, this is where without the lack of knowledge, it destroys.
But nobody
God's
threatened
people,
to leave the New World Order movement over these, did they? I'm done with it, man. You guys said I was going to be arrested 2 weeks ago, and it didn't happen. So I'm done. Nope. They go on to the next one. Like,
he's like, Aluma, sorry, didn't get me. I guess it ain't real. I'm like, Bubba,
it's
you're not
bad
big and
miscode.
powerful.
It's misinterpretation, possibly. I get it.
Things take time.
The New World Order's takeover takes time. Follow the plan. It's coming for you.
It's a hostile takeover, but it's still a timely one.
Go back and read Due Process of Law.
Mm-hmm. How do you fight evil? How do you go around fighting evil without becoming it yourself?
How
about that?
Armor of God. Armor of God.
There you go.
The blood of Christ.
So, I choose light, fellas. I just choose the right way. So that's what we do.
Light, hope, truth.
And you know what? You can go back to Mike's videos. You can go back 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, to any of these live broadcasts we've done. And we've been saying the same exact thing we're telling you right here, today, right now. The whole entire time we've been consistent telling you it's just a pandemic. It's fear porn.
What's that joke you heard?
What's that?
What's that joke you heard on Plan?
So it's never a good thing to put panic and epidemic in the same word. Pandemic.
Which is like, People are.
That's
They coulda
just
came up with better
etymology of our language, this is something this is totally off. When it's a lot of military cats are exposed to other languages and things like that, and it's just interesting where our language comes from and the etymology, especially when they start slanging out medical terms, and it's a lot of Latin and Greek, and the common person is like, oh yeah, that's a hepatitis blah 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 itis. Yeah, okay, that sounds right. Yeah, it's contagious. Oh yeah, sure,
Yes.
yeah, that. It's like, if you don't understand it, and it's okay not to understand things, like I still haven't grasped the vectors of jet propulsion inside the cockpit. I haven't gotten in a multi-million-dollar machine. I'm theorizing, but I'm not quite putting it out there as fact.
All right. We're going to actually shut this one down a little shorter than normal. I just got family here again for the evening, so I promise them probably about 45 minutes or so. And I know we got started a little late, so I know it's probably been over an hour for them, but 45 minutes for us actually live with you guys.
Well, we lead by example. Family first.
Yes.
Amen.
Especially when you're outnumbered, folks. Somebody said Norm Macdonald, that joke. Okay, hey, now possibly the source. Was he the first one? I don't know.
And if probably so, yes. Norm Macdonald is a legend. I love that guy, and if he was a source to that, then I'll give him all the credit, because
Credit
where credit is due.
Yeah.
See, I have no problem.
Yeah.
That's the difference between being wrong, being
That's funny.
planned.
I don't know if you
yeah.
saw in the scrolling comments there, but it said the president is live right now or something. He's doing a briefing, as well as he just pulled a Q-tip out of his pocket.
Oh, he
Q-tip.
had a Q-tip. Hey, well, there is a
Amen.
tip for your day.
What do we call those? Q-proofs
Proof.
for the Q-tip.
Chippity drop.
Q-tip proofs.
All right, you
Love
guys,
you guys, man.
let's
God
tune in.
bless your families. Take it in there. Stay
That's
close.
weird,
Family
because I had a
first.
Q-tip in my hand
Pray,
earlier
pray.
before we went live.
I
had a
used them
Q-tip.
this morning in my ears. Dude, just
Coincidentals.
it's mathematically
Q-tip, baby.
impossible.
He pulled out 2 Q-tips. Trump pulled out the
Boom,
Q-tips.
boom.
All right, you
Q
guys.
One
plus
for each ear.
1.
Q-tip plus 2-tip. Q plus. Q plus.
Plus.
Tips.
Oh my gosh, that's more than 1
Tips.
Q. Blow your mind.
Blow your mind. The rest will follow.
There you
Be
go. Start with the band.
colorblind. 17 Q-tips to be
Don't be
exact.
shallow.
Exactly.
If it's like the Rain Man of Q-tips here, Trump pulled out a 17 Q-tips. All right, you guys. Talk to you later.
Have a good one, you guys. God
Take
bless.
care, brother.
God bless.
God bless you.
God bless the Patriots.